This segment of the Pasture Soil Health Project video series will introduce the work of Barron and Melissa Keefer in Franklin County, Pennsylvania. In 2007, Barron and Melissa purchased a 113-acre farm. Currently, the family grows crops on approximately 45 acres, and with the exception of 10 acres of woodland, uses the rest of the farm as pasture for their dairy operation.
We run pretty much a mixed herd, probably 60-40, 60% Jerseys, 40% Holsteins. We milk on an average of around 45 to 65 cows, depending on throughout the year. Right now we're at in the 40s. The milk cows are on the biggest majority of the grass. We divide it out by the way the cow lanes are shaped up. The dry cows go to the farthest corner of the farm. The milk cows stay to the closest around the barn and down through the riparian area. We cross two different streams to get the cows to grass with crossings. Most everything in the back of us was crop farmed. The riparian areas that we're talking about now, that was all their pasture. When we came in 07, they looked extremely rough, and one of my goals was to try to make it look a lot better than what it did then until now, and I think there's still some more improvements to go over the next several years.
By incorporating stream crossings and through intensive management, the Keefers are able to use their riparian area for grazing.
In the fall year, whenever the grass is growing and things are fairly wet, you got a real nice cover. You can put your cows in there, chew it off, but yet you're not destroying anything that's there. Everything's keep growing. I don't like to see bare stream banks, because if you get a heavy rain, that bare stream bank's going to just keep washing out. And when you have a stream that's 2 feet deep, if that thing keeps washing out in time, you're going to have a stream that's 4 feet deep, twice as wide, and twice as ugly. Where with your riparian area, you got a nice heavy stand of grass there, that goes down even into the banks, into the stream. You got grass growing up through the stream. We've had some pretty heavy rains here. We had 5 inches of rain just not too long ago, and all that was underwater, but there was no washing, everything. I would say one of the things we were probably looking for, is a cheaper feed. You can put the cows out there and let them, cut the grass 10 times a year or 10 times in the spring, as compared to us running across it 4 times a year with a tractor. Now we still clip the fields and keep the fields clean. Any excess feed, all gets stored for later use. For us especially, we had a lot of, I guess what you could call waste ground that you couldn't do a whole lot with, but you can put a cow on a hill that you can't, or a piece of ground that you can't put a combine on, and you can put a cow on there and she can chew grass 10 times a year. And if you get a dry summer, you're not going to get a corn crop off of that piece of ground.
In the near future, they plan to install a new cow lane that will aid the movement of both herds, and to reseed around a pond so that it will match the existing riparian area. We will revisit the Keefer family soon to learn how they are progressing toward their goals. Please visit the Capital RC&D website to learn more about the Pasture Soil Health Project and to discover all that is taking place at participating farms. Thank you for watching.